Hi, I'm J. Grace Pennington, a independent author and homeschool mom of 4 little girls, and this is the beginning of my series entitled How to Do It All. And this is a series that I originally put out on Kindle Vella a couple of years ago, just kind of detailing some of the ways that I've been able to revolutionize my habits and get more of the things done in my life that I really care about doing. And when I put that out on Vella, several people had reached out to me asking if I would eventually put it out in ebook format, because a lot of people aren't fans of the Kindle Vella format, and I totally understand that. As a reader, it's not my favorite either. So I've been intending to get it out in a different format for a while, and as I've been trying to build my YouTube channel and get more content on there that would really be interesting for subscribers, this was something that came to mind, is just sort of transforming that Vella content into some videos that people can watch and learn about some of the things that I've done, and hopefully it can be a blessing and a help to you in your life as well as you try to realize your goals and accomplish more of the things that, again, you really care about and really want to be spending your time on. So I'm going to be putting out a series of videos kind of following the chapters that I did on Vella. So if you have read through any of those episodes, then some of this content might be familiar to you. But there's going to be some fresh stuff in here as well that didn't make it onto Vella. So regardless, hopefully this is a format that can help you and encourage you, and I hope that you find something in here that can really help spur your creativity and just boost some ideas to help you accomplish goals where you are in life right now, and just prioritize and get some of the things done that you really care about. So like I said, the series is entitled How to Do It All. But I'm going to start out this first video by saying that what I mean by that is not really all, of course. And I just want to clarify, because, you know, we all know that nobody can really do everything, that it's impossible for, you know, it's just obviously, like, if you want to take it to its furthest conclusion, you can't do everything in the whole entire world. And none of us can really even do everything that we want to do. But for me, most of us don't really want to actually do everything, but most of us do have a lot of things that we do want to do and a lot of things that we aren't getting done right now. Goals, dreams, ambitions, and these are things we want to accomplish that just maybe don't seem to be happening for us right now. And I can relate to that. I've always been someone with really big dreams as long as I can remember. I wrote my first book when I was 5 years old, quote unquote book. I was going to be a world famous author. I was certain of it from a young age. I started playing guitar at age 7, so also wanted to be a world famous musician. I was certain I was destined for that, to perform before others. And it's also not, but it's really not just fame and fortune that pulled at me from that young age. I also wanted to be a mom and a homemaker, and I wanted to knit and crochet about 100 million different things. My to-read list consisted of more books than I could even count. So I have a lot of things that I've wanted to do from a very young age. And this is just a small sample of my dream life. So first, I'm going to tell you, before I get started on, you know, some of my tips and tricks, I want to tell you a little bit more about my actual life from a few years ago. So this would have been, let's see, so would have been maybe like 2019, 2020. I was a stay-at-home mom of 2 girls under the age of 2 with a baby on the way. So that's already a very busy life. Married to the love of my life, and for a long time that was pretty much all. Like, that was all that I was getting done, was taking care of these little girls and, you know, being a wife to my husband. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I mean, that was a season that was what was most important for me, and that was really all I could handle. Those have always been 2 of my most important dreams, you know, being a mom, being a wife, being a homemaker. And there are seasons in life. There are seasons where you're going to do more and do less, and that's totally fine. It wasn't necessarily a bad thing for me to let some other things slide when I first started having babies, to let some things go. That was fine for that season. But so I really did all but give up writing for that season. Like, it went several years where I didn't publish any books, barely wrote anything at all. My housekeeping was moderate at best. We would have piles of laundry just around all the time. I read maybe 10 books in a year, which was unheard of for a long time bookworm like myself. As for hobbies or creativity, forget it. my main hobby for that time was just going to be holding my baby and watching Murder, She Wrote on Amazon Prime. Like, that was really all that I felt like I could handle in that season. But slowly, you know, as time went on, I started realizing I really was not living the life that I wanted to live. And again, I knew I couldn't do it all. And I was content with that. But there were things that I knew were important to me. Loves and callings that I believe that God had put on my heart that really weren't being fulfilled at that time in any way. So I started wondering, you know, is there a way to indulge these desires while still being the wife and mom that my family really needed? So early the next year, and you know, once I started kind of thinking about that, I had my third baby and, you know, just started trying to figure out whether there was a way that I could accomplish more of the things that were really important to me, and again, that I felt like God had really put on my heart to do. So I read a book by James Clear called Atomic Habits. You may have heard of it. It's a very popular book. If you haven't read it, I highly, highly recommend it. It's an intensely practical read on the process of forming habits to help you become who you ultimately want to be. And it was a huge blessing and encouragement to me. The whole book was really excellent. Again, I highly recommended it, but there was one particular principle that really stuck in my mind and just would not leave. Clear posits in his work that every time we take an action, we are in essence casting a vote for the kind of person we want to be. And this concept blew my mind and completely changed my world. If I found my tired self on the couch after the kids had gone to bed or were down for naps scrolling Facebook mindlessly, then I couldn't help thinking, is this who I want to be? A person who kills hours on Facebook, because that was what I was voting for with my actions. Spoiler alert, the answer is no. That's not who I want to be. And that question, that simple question, began to change my life and help me start to accomplish much more than I had dreamed that I could. So in these videos, I want to walk you through some of the ways that I did that, some of the ways that I did change my life. But first, I want to tell you what my life looks like right now. I'm still a stay-at-home mom, now of 4 girls, ages 6 and under. Still best friends with my wonderful husband. I write and promote my writing daily and bring in, you know, a little bit of extra income for my family. I read over 100 books last year, and I'm on track to read close to that this year. Actually just finished book number 65 earlier this week. My house isn't perfect, but it is organized, and we do stay on top of the important things like laundry and dishes. I exercise 6 days a week, and since my last baby, I lost over 20 pounds. I also indulge daily in my hobby of creating things with yarn. I've knitted and crocheted hundreds of projects to donate to charities that provide blankets, scarves, and more to the homeless and to preemie babies and others who are in need. So how do I do all of that? We all have the same amount of hours in a day, and I understand feeling overwhelmed and realizing the limitations of that amount of time and energy also. So I do frequently get asked, how do I do so much? It's a question that I really want to answer for you so that you can live your best life right now where you are. It isn't easy, and as I'll explain later, it does not come naturally to me at all. But the effort and discipline is so worth it. It's been so worth it for me. So I just wanted to go ahead and set that up, let you know a little bit of why you should be listening to me, who I am, do I have the credentials to talk about this. And so hopefully that's just been a little sneak peek of the kinds of things that I want to help you accomplish in the future episodes, future videos. So stay tuned. Next time I want to talk about the inward response that causes us to say, oh, I could never do that, when we look at something that we want to do and shut down that possibility in our minds, and how we can stop putting those limitations on ourselves that actually don't need to be there, which is different than limitations that we really do have. But I'll get more into that into the next video. In the meantime, I just wanted to get you to start thinking, maybe start thinking, what are some dreams and goals that you have that you haven't been able to really invest in? What are some things you would like to get out of these videos? Also, please let me know in the comments if there's anything specific that you'd like to hear about. And I would love to hear what specific goals that you have. What are some things you would like to be working on, that you'd like to be accomplishing, that you feel have fallen by the wayside? Because I really want to know how I can help you. I'm doing this to try to help others, especially people that just have busy lives like me, moms, people that work full-time jobs, and help you be able to engage your creativity and live your dreams. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will be with me next time as I talk a little bit more about what we can and actually cannot do.